Hold up. This is the playlist live
My name's Kalisha.
with Kalisha. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in.
Welcome back to another episode of The Playlist. My name's Kalisha, and I got someone special joining me today. We hanging out. I got my girl, Money Long, in the building.
Hey,
What's good,
what's
girl?
up, y'all?
How are you? First of all, Grammy nominated. You're going viral every single day. We were just talking about this. How are you feeling?
I'm tired, but I'm super happy. Excited to just keep getting great news every day.
Yeah.
Just keep having fun. That's it.
Yeah.
It's really what it's all about.
So I know when you first started going viral, we've seen a lot of artists go viral on social media, TikTok, all of that. And they kind of, they blow up and they kind of fizzle out. But you've kept this momentum going and going and going and going. When you initially went viral, did you think it was just gonna keep going, or you just didn't know what to expect?
I think we all knew, like, when I started this particular journey 2 years ago, that it was important for us to build a foundation that once we had a moment that people would go back. Um, y'all right over there. Like, once we had a moment that people would go back and dig and do research.
Right.
And I've had 10 years to really build like a platform for myself as a writer. And then these last 2 years, I was really adamant and I fought to make sure that I came through on my visuals, that my music had a very polished sound, and that the fashion was there as well, because that's really important to me.
Yes, swaggy. I see that on the gram.
Thank you. So yeah, all of those things I think helped. A lot of the groundwork we did in the beginning, just like with press and making sure we tell the right story from the beginning.
Right.
It really made it make sense. Like, a lot of times when things go viral and you go looking for other information or anything else to like stimulate, because I've done this myself, is like I'll look into the artist a little deeper and just be like, oh,
Yeah, when I was
no
researching
shade,
you.
but just like, it's like, oh, there's nothing else, or
Right. And that's so
that's the only thing
important.
that happens.
I tell artists that all the time, like from the gate, when you first start your musical journey, it is so important to document that, whether it's through the press or doing interviews or being outside, going to events, meeting people. So you create something for people to go back on, like you're saying, to go back on and learn about you, to know who you are, what you've done, what you've accomplished. When I was doing my research before this interview, I was like, I want to learn more. I've seen her on social media. We've texted a couple times. She's cool. She's a dope girl. But like, what else? What else has she done? And I saw your, discography of everything that you've done, who you worked with. And I don't think people know that you've been in the game for 10 years, going on more. That's insane.
Yeah. It's great to have that paper trail. It's great for people to be able to go back and rediscover, realize they already are familiar with a lot of your stuff. It just makes sense, because I also think too, like, when I first started 2 years ago, I said, I can't be too good too quickly, because it's not going to make sense. People are going to be like, how is
Exactly.
she so good so fast?
Exactly.
So I really strategically made music with that in mind. And then I got to a place where I'm like, okay, I've laid enough foundation for 2 projects. Now with this next one, we'll start to give them a glimpse into like what I can actually really do and the kind of records that I can make. Because if I would have came out the gate with like a Worth It, like that I wrote for Fifth Harmony, it wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't have matched your swag.
Right. Well, I mean, just that's a huge sound.
Yeah.
Even with like, if I would have came out with a California King Bed, it just doesn't make sense.
And those are major records. When you wrote those records, did you know these are going to be hits for years to come?
No, I think with any song that I've ever had success with, the common denominator is that I was having a lot of fun when I made it. And that's really it's very simple. I
And
think
where
it's
do
like
you
the energy.
where do you pull your inspiration from? Because some people know that have been following your journey and listening to your interviews that you're a married woman, but you have songs that you've previewed like Pain, and of course, Hours and Hours. We can kind of guess, where that inspiration came from. But a song like Pain, where do you pull that inspiration from?
A lot of it is like channeled. It's like freestyle, and like I'm human. I've been through things, you know what I mean? It's like I've had I also have a very vivid imagination. So it could be, I don't know if you've ever seen those TikToks where it's like, my man said we're getting a divorce. And he'll be like, I did not say that. And she'll be like, well, you told me I can't get that Chanel bag. The same thing. It's
Right.
like I have a very vivid imagination. So it could be something as simple as like, we not really getting along today. And I'm going to turn that into something. You know what I mean?
Right. And how do you, being a married woman in this industry, you're like literally at the peak of your career, like you're just getting started. So how are you dealing with that married life? Some people keep their love life private, but you've been very public about it. How is that for you and your husband at that? Because you get a lot of attention.
I think I've been as public as we want to be, we're both very private people. It's just facts that I'm married. You know what I mean? Like it's a fact. And like I refer to him because we're always together. But I think it's no one's business really, like what we have going on. I don't feel obligated to give details or really talk about anything like
Still
that because I also
mysterious.
believe that part of what makes a relationship exciting is that it's between the two of you. So, yeah. I mean, I honestly don't even like people to be all in people's face like that. Anyways, for I don't even notice if somebody's like trying to get my attention in a romantic way, or it's just not on my radar.
Right. Right. No, I think that's dope that you've been transparent to the limit that you need to be, that you feel you're comfortable with and that he's comfortable with. And I always wonder, like, why do people, keep even the fact that they're in a relationship as a secret? Do they feel like maybe they're going to have less fans of the opposite sex? They're not going to pay attention, because sex sells. So basically my point is, I love that you have been transparent with that. And you're kind of like, I don't care. You love me or you don't. I'm still me. My music's still great. And I'm still going to get to where I need to be because I'm destined for this. And you actually said that in an interview that you did with Amazon Music. And you said that you're destined for this. And I really believe in people's destiny of where their life is supposed to be. I truly, truly believe in that. Nobody or nothing can stop you but you. And even if yourself tries to stop you, you can't even stop yourself sometimes. I truly, truly believe in that. When did you notice or know that this is what I'm destined to do and this is what it's going to be for the rest of my life?
I think part of that is just like affirming to yourself, that this is really what you are destined to do and what you want to do. Because like I want to be careful. There were so many times where I doubted over the last decade, like, man, what if I'm wasting my time? What if it doesn't happen? I didn't have any reinforcement, nobody really around me that was encouraging me for what I wanted, for my dream. Of course, I was being motivated throughout the years to do things that were for the benefit of others. But I think it's just like a knowing you have, like it's almost like I sometimes felt a little crazy, like maniacal, like I'm going to do this and you're not going to stop me.
And you need to be that way sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. And I think though, like there's a certain amount of, it's like where interest meets talent and ability. So like you could be really interested in painting, but be a horrible painter. Maybe you should try something else, or do what it takes to get the skills to actually like achieve that goal.
Right.
So I wasn't always
yourself.
that songwriter. So I you know, I had to really, I always had a great voice, and a great stage presence, but I had to get the songs up, and then also had to like get to a place just as a human where I was rooted and solidified with who I am as a person,
That's important.
that I could
Self-love.
stand on any stage, in any arena, in any room, and still be myself and still push my energy to every corner in the room. So that was a big part of it too.
Absolutely. And speaking about being on stage, you recently had a show on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You literally packed out the house.
Yeah, tickets sold out in 2 days. It was crazy because there was a lot of people who I couldn't get tickets for. I tried really hard, but yeah, it was crazy. Like literally, they were out the door still a little bit.
Wow.
It was like fire code capacity.
You're like,
So
clear it
it was
out.
pretty crazy. And everybody knew every word,
Yeah.
and they were like such a diverse crowd. It was amazing.
How did you feel
like, wow,
that all these couples wanted to spend their Valentine's night with you?
It was amazing, and I kept saying thank you throughout the night. One couple actually got engaged.
I saw that. That
Yeah,
is
that was
beautiful. Did they
That
ask
was
you
so
to like,
crazy.
you know, announce it on the mic, or you just kind of did it?
No,
you
I
saw
wish
it?
she would have. I wish they would have just been like, hey, you know, or told somebody from my team.
Right.
I would have brought them on stage.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But they were literally like right in front of me. So as I was like taking my final bow, I looked over and I was like, is that happening right now? Are you getting proposed to? What is going on? This is crazy.
I think you're going to remember that for the rest of your life, your career, that your first show, you know, performing one of your hit songs, that you had an engagement happen right there, that they chose your show. That is awesome. What do you have to say to people that dim the light on artists like yourself who continue to go viral? Like, oh, they're just going to be a one-hit wonder. Like, you know, they just went viral. That's not the same as, you know, what music used to be. What do you have to tell those people, those haters?
You know, Keke Palmer just said something about this. I saw it on the Shade Room where she was talking about how she always believed in the positivity, and that, you know, you could always twist something for the positive. And then she realized lately what her mom told her was true, is that some people just are always going to be negative. And that negativity needs to exist in order for there to be positivity, because of the polarity. There has to be negative and positive. I'm a firm believer, while I agree with that, and I'm also a firm believer in everyone's journey is their specific particular journey. If it wasn't for the people telling me that I wasn't going to do it, maybe I might not have had like such a fire under my ass to like really be like, okay, watch, see what I do. You know, because I really hate for people to tell me what to do, or tell me what I can't do. Like, I hate it. So I think I would say to the people who that hate is directed toward, build yourself up, be a light, keep shining. That's really all you're here for. You don't need permission to shine. There's lots of stars in the sky. There's room for everyone.
Yeah.
You just have to be sure about who you are and what you want to do, what direction you want to go in. And then be bold.
Yeah.
You know, like, say thank you and have compassion for people who are projecting, because really, like, that's just a reflection of what's happening on the inside of those people. Because if you're happy, you don't have time to really be hating.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You
Happy
really
women
don't.
ain't
I don't have
hating.
time to be hating on nobody. And even if I do have an opinion, like, oh, I don't like that, or why she do that, or why is he dressed like that? You know, I completely, it registers with me. You're being a hater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's few and far between, but
we're human. We're gonna have our
do,
opinions. You know, that's normal. You know, but
everybody's allowed to express themselves in the best way they know how.
Exactly.
You know, that nobody's perfect. No one has the right answer. All you can do is just be your best in any given moment. Yeah. So who are we to judge each other for that?
Exactly. And at the end, like you said, you know, be your best person, do what you need to do the work, put the work in, and the rest is just gonna all fall into place. And we just want to set the record clear real quick. Money Long, it's Money Long, not Mooney Long, and whatever else.
Not Muni,
whatever else they're calling her.
Either way, if you call me that, I know who you're talking to. But it's money long.
It's
It's
money
money,
long.
money.
Where did
MONEY.
where'd you
But
come up with that? Money, like actual like money, like physical money, like your money is long, you rich,
no,
life.
so it's definitely a play on words because money long is an affirmation. So when you say it, you speak it things onto me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's two parts because in the beginning it was just money. There was no last name. I was doing some research because I read all the time, and I was researching this ancient sage that went by the name of Muni.
Okay.
And the Filipino translation means to think deeply from within. I'm
Love that.
paraphrasing. But this sage was one who would like sit and meditate for hours and like talked about like nirvana and just how he was self-localized, and which means like, you know, making decisions based on his inner guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And I really loved that. I shared it with my husband and he was like, that's dope, but you should pronounce it money. And I was like, fire. And then I had the name just Money for like 6 months. And then my team was like, we think Money needs a last name. So I was like, okay. I started brainstorming like, okay, Money Smith, Money Gold, you know, just coming up with all these different things. And then I heard a 2 Chainz song, one of my favorite, where it's like hair long, money long. I was like,
Shout out to
that's
2
the name right there.
Chainz. Does he know
Money
that?
long.
Does he know?
Huh?
Does 2 Chainz know that?
I don't know, probably not. I met him in Atlanta, like at the top of 2020, at the studio. But you know, I just be trying to be cool. Like, if you're not trying to talk a lot, it's cool. We don't got to talk. If you is trying to talk, we can chop it up. But whatever. Hey, how you doing? And I go back to my room. Like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, you know, keep it cute, keep it kosher, you know?
Yeah, I just pick up on your vibe. Like, if you ain't really trying to, I could just tell. Like, he wasn't rude at all.
Yeah.
But he was just like, hey, how you doing? It was just very formal. So I was like, all right, cool, bet. It'll be another time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think, like, you know, you being a major celebrity now, too, you know, he's been in the game how many years? 10 plus years. I think at some point, sometimes celebrities, they don't mean it. They just always have so many people coming up to them.
In their face,
In their face, like you were saying. Sometimes they're just like, they don't want to be mean or rude. They want to be polite. But it's like, damn.
Right, can I just have a minute to eat my Benihana?
Yeah, can I just eat my food in peace? You know, I have a few friends.
I never get offended by that. Unless somebody just flat out rude.
Yeah. We've all experienced that too. We're not gonna name
Right.
We're not gonna name any names. Okay. And also another thing I want to clear up is that people that are saying that you're an overnight success. We just talked about that earlier. You're not an overnight success. You've been putting your time in. And I don't think that even exists of an overnight success. I feel that it's just from the outside looking in, people may think, oh, wow, like she went viral. This is an overnight success. What do you have to say to those individuals and explain to them a teaching moment? Not to say you're a hater, this is not what it is, but a teaching moment so they kind of get it.
I mean, I would just say thank you, welcome. You know, come on in. It's warm in here.
The life is good.
I mean, I don't mind. Just like, it's just the eyeballs is great. The attention is great. Stick around and you'll find out more about who I actually am. Yeah. Because a lot of times people, you know, they don't want to do the work to find out more, and that's okay. It just depends on like the depth of their interest. And eventually I'll do something and it'll make them buy in. Exactly. So for now, I'm just grateful for the attention.
Exactly. And I think we've all watched, you know, maybe you haven't. I've started watching it, the Kanye, the Genius.
I have. I watched the first episode. I heard there's a second one out now. I got to check it out.
The documentary. And we got to see firsthand that, you know, he had access to walk into, you know, Rockefeller when they were around and, you know, go into these A&R's office. And, you know, he knew them on a personal level and he was playing them their music, but he was viewed as just a producer. And I think at some level you experienced that as well. You're also an artist, but you were viewed as just a songwriter. You had the connections, you had the relationships, you had those rooms to walk into. What have those people said to you now that you're going crazy?
Most of them, nothing.
Really?
Because that has happened to me. I went into many labels, but I have to say I wasn't ready before, you know? I really had to unplug and sit down, sit with myself and figure out and really design this persona and make mood boards and draw it to me.
Yeah.
I really had to do that, and I had to study what it was that I wanted to do. It wasn't just like, you know, believe in me, I'm dope. Like I really architected a whole, the name, the sound, the look, you know, the attitude, what I wanted to leave with people, the impression, the imprint that I wanted to leave on people when they leave my presence. I had to really get into that and break that down. But there have been a few people who have been like, man, congratulations, you really did it. You didn't let anybody stop you. There are some who, as we talked about off camera, that might not have been so kind to me in the past, who now are like 360, like, who is this person? I've never met you before. This is weird. You're being really nice. And it's freaking me out a little bit. Don't do that. Like, just be yourself, please.
Exactly.
Because this is weird. It's weird. It's so weird. Like, certain people just being like, oh my God, hey, like, we're besties. We're not besties. You don't remember what you did?
Yeah, you
That's
remember you
crazy.
said,
You know? Like, I'm not mad or anything, but just like, at least acknowledge.
Like, say,
You
I'm
know what I mean?
sorry,
Like,
I played you to the left back then.
or not even
I was
not even
wrong.
I'm sorry, but just like, man, I know we've known each other for a long time. I had no idea. Congratulations. Hope you're enjoying it. Like, just be human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just really, it's odd. It's so odd. And I've told those people, like, this is weird. You're being really nice to me. You've never been this nice to me.
It's
you
the
know?
industry for you.
But I'm still the same person. I just had a win.
Exactly. And you'll continue
so yeah,
to.
it's kind of crazy. But I think it's because I did a lot of the work in silence, and I just like, I changed my name. I changed my look. I lost a lot of weight.
Really?
Part of it was like involuntary because I got sick in 2018. So it's like, it was like I was just completely unrecognizable. Like I just did this whole
360.
transformation. So but by the time they made the connection between me now and my past self, it was too late. I had already had the success, you know, and a lot of times people want to be involved. They want to say they had something to do with it. And there's not a lot of people who could say that because my team is very, very small.
Yeah, that's important. Keep your circle small. Keep them near, keep them dear. Know who's real, know who's not. No new friends.
I mean, I'm okay with a couple, but just like, you know,
you gotta know. You
be
just
real.
don't know.
It's gotta be genuine. I want to have genuine connection with people. I'm not trying to do nothing fake.
All right, yeah. So we were just saying that you just never know who's real and who's not in this industry. It's sad. It's Hollywood. It can be fake, but there are real people. You know, there are real people, real genuine people. And like you said, you know, you're not, you know, shying away from new friends in your life. You just want to make sure you know that they real. And then going back to, you know, the past labels that passed up and the new ones that are coming at you. Do you want to sign to a major? Do you want to stay without a major?
I think it's just important for me to like decide where I want to go and then partner with somebody who can help me. Because I don't have to do anything traditional. You know, I've kind of shown that isn't necessarily always the way. Excuse me. Anything that I decide to do, taking investment, partnering with a major, because it definitely wouldn't be just like signing to a major. I have my own label. I want to continue doing things the way I'm doing it, but of course, like I've made a major investment already over the last 2 years, along with my distribution. And then now whoever will be coming in would be making a major commitment to like push me to a certain level, because a lot of artists don't want the same thing. Maybe they don't want to be on radio. Maybe they don't want to perform and do, you know, go on tour, do late night TV, or, you
Congrats
know.
on that.
Because Because all of those things are like really expensive.
Oh yeah.
So especially also being a female, hair, makeup, wardrobe, all of that stuff is very
It's
costly.
expensive. Yeah, a lot of
You
money.
know,
Fellas,
and also
y'all
just
don't
like,
know what we go through.
yeah, and then like singing, not just performing to track and taking care of my voice and doing what, like all of that stuff is it takes a toll on you if you're not doing it
Yeah.
right. So it's a very delicate situation, and I would love to be able to spend other people's money.
Okay.
Like,
Money long, but we want to spend yours.
right, that's how you stay rich, is you spend other
Exactly.
people's money.
Exactly. That's so true. And I love that you said something that's really important, and you said partnership. That is so
Mhm.
important, because I think a lot of times artists go into situations and deals, and it's not always a partnership. It's like, how can we use you so we become the bigger label and you stay small. You're a small artist.
I think it's just, again, like artists not knowing they have a choice, because I
Mhm.
didn't know in the beginning that I had a choice, and not knowing where you want to go, not being able to dictate the
Mhm.
direction. Um, that sort of leaves room for people to come in and just manipulate the situation
Yeah.
for their own benefit. And that's not just with um, a label deal or signing as an artist. That's as a writer, that's as an executive, that's as, in the corporate world, um, in any form of entertainment, acting, modeling. You really just have to know that your voice matters,
True.
and that you are the captain of your ship, because it starts with you and your intention and what you want to bring into manifestation,
100%.
into realization, into what you want to materialize in your life. Because a lot of the things that I put on my vision board are coming true. It's funny because
That's powerful.
at the
You okay?
top of November, I had made a mock-up of the Jimmy Fallon
Wow.
like announcement that has your picture in the middle with the date.
Uh-huh.
I just like took the one from Summer Walker
Uh-huh.
and I put my picture on top of hers, and then I picked a date. And literally
Came to
here
fruition.
here I am in February doing it.
Wow.
So it's like, you really have that power to be able to architect what you want. And a lot of artists don't do that. They just kind of like show up and be like, I'm here, la di da,
Yeah. That's amazing. Did Summer Walker know that you took her photo and slapped yours on top of it, and
Probably not.
dreams came true?
It was for my own personal use. So no, I
Wow.
didn't share that with anyone.
And listen, I want to just tell you, you're the full package. You're a performer, you're a real singer, you're bringing real R&B back. You got the social media stuff down. You are completely the full package. So whatever partnership you ever enter into, like, they're going to be lucky to have you. Okay? Cuz
Oh,
there's
thank you.
artists that they try to get to do the things that you're doing. And you write your own music too. You don't have to worry about a songwriter coming into the session or none of that. None of that. You write
I'm
it
just
exactly how you want it to sound.
I'm really excited. I have a lot of energy and interest in really taking advantage, because this will be my fourth try.
Wow.
So um I'm really blessed.
Yeah. And so new music. I don't want to keep you forever with me. I'd love to. But let's get into new music that you got coming. You preview a lot of music on social media. And I'm sure the
Mhm.
fans are wondering, when is it dropping? What's next? Which one is she dropping next? When's the next EP or album? What do they got to
Yeah,
look forward to?
definitely lots of music. I'm preparing right now, getting ready to do some visuals. I definitely want to take advantage as much as possible of hours and hours in that success. Is doing really well at radio. I think we just broke
Yes.
into the top 10
Oh,
at
yes.
Urban, breaking into the top 10 at Rhythmic,
Congrats.
and possibly getting ready to cross over to top 40 radio. So that's huge, because that's three formats.
Well, it's on our
For
top
an
30
R&B song.
countdown. It's on our top 30 countdown. I don't know if you knew that. It's on
I
our
didn't know
top 30.
that.
Yes,
So
girl. It's on our top 30 countdown. So you in the top 30s, baby.
that's what's up. Yeah,
Yes.
no, I think it's going to be a career record for me. So I don't want to rush away from it. I want to give it all the attention it deserves. Also, Time Machine is doing well
Yes.
as also. So I want to give that a little love. But it all gives me time to really like, because before I was making all of my content in a vacuum, like creating 10, 11 content pieces in the space of 3 days. You know, that's a lot. That's tough. I don't have to do that now. I can take my time and really make something quality and awesome for you guys. So that's what I'm doing. I want to put just as much effort into the videos in my live show, in the artwork, as I do into the music. Because I can make the music really fast. I've been doing that for so long. I need a little bit longer with the rest of it until I get that baked into my blood, you know. Lots of music coming. I have previewed a couple things. I'm gonna continue previewing things. Because that's just it's a great way to like tease songs, see what people are feeling, what they kind of go, you know, and just not waste any resources on things that people aren't really feeling.
And that's smart.
So,
do you pay attention to the comments when you post something, or if a blog posts it?
Less and less I'm paying attention, because people are getting really rude. A lot of weirdness happening in my comments.
We don't see you. We only see the positivity.
I don't do, because I delete it.
Yeah.
I delete it. I delete anything that's like bullying, rude, negatives, you know, smart comment. I don't care if he was trying to be funny.
Right.
If you thought it was a joke, I didn't laugh, so I delete it.
Right. I am mad at that. I am not mad at that. I love that you engage with the positivity and you're ignoring the negativity, you know.
It's gotta go. I block people so fast and delete it. And you could just explain to people why you can't get on my page.
Yeah. And you gotta protect your aura. You gotta protect, you know, your space. That is
but my friends keep telling me, like, get out the comments, girl. Stop reading that stuff.
But listen, you're so strong. You're such a strong woman and so talented. Let the haters hate. Let them talk. It don't bother you, okay? It don't bother Money Long at all, okay? She's gonna keep moving forward. You're gonna keep growing. You're gonna keep prospering. I just feel it. Like you said, you're destined. I believe it for you. You are destined to do this. You got a gift. Yes, you have a gift, and you're using it. You discovered it. You're using it, and you're doing the work that you need to do to get to where you need to go. And that's all you can do. Just follow what God has planned for you. And let me tell you, I'm so happy that we got to sit down and talk today. And
finally, right?
Finally, it's been a long time coming, but you kept your word. You are a woman of your word, and I really appreciate that. Keep on glowing, shining. You looking great. You're looking beautiful as ever. And let me know your next show. I would love to come out. Do you have any dates?
I'm going on tour soon, so that's something that you guys have to look forward to.
Yes, tour.
Small rooms. It's gonna be very intimate, but that's good because that means I could be close to as many of you as possible.
We love it, and more engagements are gonna happen. Hopefully, every city. That'd be dope.
Yes.
Again, thank you so much for joining us, you guys. Money Long. Make sure you guys listen to her hit song, Hours and Hours, Time Machine, and new music coming for all the fans and all of you who are going to become fans. Hopefully, after this interview, you've learned a couple of things about her, and you will continue to see her shine and grow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have a beautiful day, okay, my love?
You too.
All right,
bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the playlist right here. My name is Kalisha. Money Long just joined us, and it's lit. Peace out.
This is the playlist live.
My name's Kalisha.
With Kalisha. Tap in.